Welcome to the only daily podcast focusing on compliance news of the day. Each morning, start your day with a cup of coffee and Tom Fox, the voice of compliance, to hear about 4 of the top compliance, corruption, or leadership stories you will need to start your day. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network.
First, a word from our sponsor. The Daily Compliance News for June 11, 2022, the Sandberg Under Investigation edition. We begin with that story from the Wall Street Journal. Meta, the company formerly known as Facebook, is investigating Sheryl Sandberg's use of Facebook resources over the last few years. So get this, the COO of one of the largest companies in America is charged with conflict of interest for using Facebook employees to help her out. She only spends 26 hours a day on the job. It would seem pretty innocuous, but Facebook is having legal investigation, examining behaviors going back several years. So it's going to be interesting to see what happens there. In a really disturbing story found in the New York Times, Starbucks current CEO Howard Schultz, the first former and current and probably forever CEO of Starbucks, Howard Schultz, since he's back for his third time, has said that Facebook may well and probably will change their bathroom policy so that you have to be a customer to use the bathroom. That's bad enough. But he went on to say that Facebook is considering hardening its stores and having less in-store customers because of safety issues. If that's the truth, we are in a world of hurt because one of the biggest on-site consumer, I guess you'd call it product stores, says we can't provide for the safety of our people because there are too many guns out there. And there's no way to protect people because they're guns. And idiot Republicans who say it's not the guns, it's mental health, it's not enough guards, it's not enough people with guns to fight the bad guys with guns. It's just too many guns. And if Starbucks has to do this, I think you will see others do it as well. And so for the Second Amendment people, that means a whole lot less freedom for the rest of us. Next up, what happens when the police truly are corrupt? Well, that's the story of We Own This City. It's a TV show based on a book of the same name, and it is about the corruption in the Baltimore Police Department. It is, I've read reviews of it, and it's pretty discouraging and pretty troubling. And our final story is, finally, the Mozambique ex-minister is going to be extradited to the U.S. to face trial on corruption. He's been in a 41-month extradition fight, but it looks like he's coming to the U.S. to face bribery and corruption charges over the theft of monies from Mozambique bonds. The Daily Compliance News is a production of the Compliance Podcast Network and a proud member of C-Suite Radio. Thanks so much for listening. I hope you'll join me again tomorrow.
This podcast is a part of the C-Suite Radio Network. For more top business podcasts, visit c-suiteradio.com.